This is the ICECO JP50 Pro. It's a portable freezer and refrigerator that uses both AC or DC. It goes down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a built-in UV light for sanitation. It comes with an insulated cover, a dual opening lid, and runs on just 60 watts of power. These portable coolers have been on the market for, I don't know, a few years that I've seen them. They're becoming pretty popular, and we've tried a couple of them. ICECO sent this one out to me, and I must say I really like it. As always, there's going to be links in the description below if you're interested, and I'll put any discounts that they might pass along down there as well. We've got a family of 6, so having this much space is actually really important to us. It's got a nice deep basket in here. Apparently I need to wash it a little bit, but we use this thing quite frequently, and I love that it has this cover on here because one of my biggest gripes about companies that make coolers is that they always end up making it black. And I know it looks sharp, and then the stainless steel siding here, that actually looks pretty good too. But when it's black, it absorbs a ton of heat. So that's why I actually really like having this cover on here, which is also black and absorbs a lot of heat, but it's got this thermal insulation underneath, and you can feel it's got a good amount of cushion inside. And so it just helps keep the thing from, having to work extra hard in the Texas heat, having the sun beat down on it. Another thing about it is it comes with pockets on both sides, which are super helpful for putting the cords in it, because I'm notorious for losing cords for things like this. It has super sturdy handles on the side that lock kind of into this, 30-degree angle or whatever that is right there. So when you're trying to pick it up on either side, it's nice and secure. It feels like, you're actually holding on to something of value. One thing I absolutely do not like though is that this larger handle for using the wheels, which with a cooler of this size, it is definitely nice having wheels. You can see ours are well loved. But when you're trying to do that, if this handle stopped right here or even right here, it would be great. But it doesn't. It actually goes all the way up. So when you're trying to carry this thing, the bottom side ends up hitting you in the legs. We took this thing camping as a family recently, and it was great. We actually went RV camping, but because of the way that we pack, we took this thing and we plugged it into the AC side of things, so just the standard wall plug in our house, the night before we went camping. And then we were able to actually pack it up the night before, so that whenever we were ready to go the next morning, all we had to do was just take it outside and then plug it into the DC side in the vehicle, which allowed it to stay cool through the entire drive until we got where we were going. So once we arrived at the campsite, we actually left this thing outside the RV, and it was our drink cooler and snacks cooler, so the kids didn't keep going in and out and in and out and in and out of the RV, and it made a really great outdoor cooler. You can open it from both sides, which is kind of cool. But one thing that I don't love about it is because of that little action there, it feels like it's going to snap off on these hinges when you let go of it. Yeah, because they're really not that sturdy. But, and doing this one-handed is not the easiest. But it does allow you to remove the top altogether, which is super handy. There definitely have been times since we've been using these DC fridges where it just makes more sense to throw a couple of cool packs into like a little soft side cooler, throw some drinks or your lunch or whatever it is into that. But we do find ourselves using the DC fridge or freezer a lot. One thing that I still can't get my head around is how little energy they use. 60 watts to keep this thing at -4 degrees. Or anything above that you want it to be. And of course it doesn't pull the same 60 watts or the full 60 watts all the time. It just uses it when it needs it. And that blows me away. I'm used to a regular refrigerator or freezer needing 800 to 1200 watts, somewhere around there. And this thing does it at 60. It's just unbelievable. So that allows you to use small portable power stations like the All Powers unit or the Opie's or any of the other brands. I've reviewed a lot of these guys. You can pick them up all over the place. but it allows you to use those, even the smaller ones, and keep this thing going for like 4 days. Kind of crazy. It's a really great prep for people who are concerned about power outages and losing frozen food, because if the power goes out, you could even just keep this in your car, crank up your car every once in a while, and keep your food nice and cool. It's a great backup fridge if that's what you need it for. But we really just like to take it traveling. Another thing that's handy is that it has a DC plug on both sides. So in the event you can't really get to this side, but you've got the other side available, you can do that. And then of course there's your AC, and then a USB right there. Check it out. And there have even been a couple of times where we've ended up with a massive surplus of veggies or fruit, and instead of trying to just set it out on the counter and hope it doesn't spoil, we've been able to just put it in this cooler here and preserve it much longer. It has the light inside it, which I like, and a UV light for cleaning. All in all, I am super happy with this unit, and I definitely would recommend it to anyone who's looking for a large cooler. I'm Eric, encouraging you to live faithfully and prepare thoroughly for good times or bad. See you on the next one.